Uh, I'm very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is D.S. Rawat. I happen to be the chairman of the MSME Export Promotion Council. Uh, yeah, Mrs. Olivora, the general manager of Northeast Development Finance Corporation Limited, uh, Srimati Lipu Deri, DGM NABARD, Mr. Bimal Debroy, the MSME consultant, Northeast Small Finance Bank, Srimati Java Chakravarti, the from manager from Sydney, and our friend Mr. Dilip Doshi, the co-founder, and the CEO of the Billmart FinTech Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, all the delegates, my colleague Abhishek, I have great pleasure. I have great pleasure in extending a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm really delighted that, as per the feedback given to me, my colleague, that more than 100 people have already joined from different parts of the Northeast Meghalaya, and the yeah, I'll just say a few words about before I request the people to be saying that, as far as the Meghalaya is concerned, I believe that more than 81% of the people are depending on the agriculture. So unemployment happens to be a very huge problem. It's a question of a livelihood. I have also been working on a study and seeing that. Even the exports, which had touched one time to 7,000 million rupees in 13-14, have come down to a bottom of 700 million. So the exports are falling. Even the per capita income in the state is very not steadily increasing, but has come down in the recent years. So it's a matter of concern, and there is a huge scope for growth in the state. It's a mineral rich state, the agrarian state, and I have been traveling almost all the parts of northeastern state, and observed that. The young people are excellent, they are brilliant, they are educated, they speak fluent English, and they are hungry for starting something which could enhance their livelihood, the economic growth of their families, and as well as of the state. And infrastructure has been the major bottlenecks. The government of India is seriously working in strengthening the relationship with the ASEAN as well as with the BIMSTEC countries. But the if I may say so, the Meghalaya has a huge potential because it is just next to the Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is increasingly becoming a economic hub. So therefore, we need to be helping the small and medium enterprises. I know they are attending, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I just forgot that Mr. A.L. Hack was to be the chief guest. He sent just a mail this morning that, so unfortunately he has gone sick, and I hope all well. But he says that his throat and feeling little fever. So he said, excuse me this time, but next time he said that the focus has to be on the rural growth, and the how can the technology can be improving the life and businesses of the rural masses in Meghalaya. So we'll be focusing on that, and the another friend of ours, Mrs. Sunita Rai, the from APIDA, will be joining us soon. So with these words, I thank each one of you, and would request my friend Mr. Sandeep Doshi to start and say a few words before I request the others. Thank you very much. Haji.
Thank you, sir. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you with hopes and prayers that all of you safe and healthy from clutches of the pandemic that is still raging amongst us. I'm thankful to Rawat sir for inviting Tim Bilmart to interact with you all in this extremely important topic, entrepreneurship and technology as enabler to business growth. With COVID-19 infecting millions across the world, it also exposed the vulnerability the supply chain faces by relying on one major country. And that's where India has sensed an opportunity and is keen to make inroads to a space it hopes China will vacate its unchallenged position as a global supplier sooner rather than later. The MSME sector of India, which is the backbone of our economy, has a very important role in buffering it from global economic shocks and adversities like what we are facing today. So they are equipped to ensure an inclusive, equitable, and sustainable growth. And women and youth particularly plays a vital role to achieve that. I would say that you all are the engines of economic growth and social development of the country. We have already started seeing India prioritizing efforts to help MSMEs in all possible ways, providing support through various schemes, policy level changes, ease of doing business, through use of technology, attract more investments, improving supply chains, and both at central and state government level. It is imperative to recognize and give impetus to these homegrown businesses as India aspires to be a $5 trillion economy. This is the most appropriate time and the most conducive environment for the states like Meghalaya, which has 75% literacy ratio, to take charge and participate in India global growth story. Meghalaya is a state of young people with more than 75% of its population, which is under age of 35 years. The government is not just building the good infrastructure for the better connectivity, but also keen to provide good technology for the convenience of people and helping businesses with various schemes and policy level changes. With its youth policy, which is recently announced, the Meghalaya government is working towards skill development of youth and channelize their energy in a constructive manner. It is time for the youth, especially women, to come forward and grab the opportunity, put their skills to use, and create sustainable, organized, and growth oriented businesses with the support of modern technology and easy finance. If I say in a formal economy, women own and lead up to one third of all the businesses operating worldwide, and millions more run small informal businesses in developing economies. Most entrepreneurs, especially women and youth, lack the resources, especially adequate finance to capitalize on their dream opportunity, which limits their ability to spur growth. So let's see how we can overcome this. Technology is increasingly seen as a business enabler and a vital tool for entrepreneurs to scale up operations, bringing in process efficiencies, transparency, getting easy finance when required, and with a higher degree of standardization. So while technology is omnipresent enabler in all modern human endeavors, it harnesses a disruptive power of opening new markets while blurring the boundaries of geographical segmentation, which have remained beyond the reach of formal financial systems and players. So all entrepreneurs can take benefit of fintech innovations for their financial needs, which has the capability of not just growth of existing business, but can open doors to new businesses, startup ideas, and can bootstrap entrepreneurs. This is a technology which can connect the skill sets of individual entrepreneurs like you to the world. For MSMEs to develop a competitive advantage to operate in the global market, a strong focus on adopting new age technology, developing indigenous technology, as well as technology collaboration with partners plays a really crucial role. And we at Bilmart are committed to support entrepreneurs by improving their financial literacy, providing training by experts, increase business avenues by networking, and enable to avoid adequate finance when required through fintech platform. So you entrepreneurs people can focus on setting up business, growth of your business with the financial skills and use of technology. All the best. Thank you all. And over to the host for next address. Thank you.
Sir, your voice is hello. Sir, you have unmuted. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Uh, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dosi. Now, you have given an excellent overview of the situation. And now, may I now request Mrs. Olivora, the General Manager of NetFee, to share her views. Thank you, ma'am, and I extend a very hearty welcome to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rawat. And good morning to everybody. And I am Oli Bora from NetFee. So since this is for entrepreneurship and skill development, and this is especially for the women entrepreneurs, so I would like to speak about a few schemes of NetFee, which is related to the small entrepreneurs, to the women entrepreneurs. So one of the important schemes which we have in NetFee is the microfinance scheme. So this scheme was launched in 1999, and this is basically to cater to the grassroots and small borrowers. And here, as you all know, we do not give it directly. We route this. Sorry. We route this loan through MFIs, microfinance institutions, or NGOs. So they give to small borrowers, self-help groups, individual borrowers, joint liability groups, for taking up small income generating activities. So, and recently we have also started the business correspondence scheme. So where we are giving directly to the small borrowers through the MFIs. So this we have launched recently. Then we have schemes for the small, apart from the larger schemes, we have smaller schemes like NetFee Opportunity Scheme for Small Enterprises. So here we give loans up to 2 crore. Then we have a scheme called Northeast Entrepreneurs Development Scheme, where we give loans at a very concessional rate. And here the maximum project cost is 50 lakhs. And then we have this enterprise. We have started the enterprises development scheme. See, since we are a financial institution, we cannot give working capital, to the like cash credit system like a bank to the entrepreneurs. And the small entrepreneurs, they need a lot of working capital. So for that, we have started a working capital term loan scheme, which we have given to the name as enterprise development scheme. And here, the maximum, they can take up to 1 crore. And then we have a special scheme called the Women Enterprises Development Scheme. So this scheme, as we all know, that women in the Northeast are very enterprising, and they need small loans. So we started with the when we started, it was maximum loan size was 5 lakhs. Now we have increased it to 15 lakhs. So this is basically for the smaller entrepreneurs. So we have a number of success stories also, like there is this lady in Dimapur who have started a bakery, and she has taken a small loan of 10,000 from MFI called Grameen Development Finance Private Limited, which we had assisted. And now, like over the years, she is running the bakery and also training smaller entrepreneurs. So we have many such success stories also, where taking a small loan, they have graduated and they have they are sustaining themselves, and they have improved their lives, like their economic standards have gone up. And then we also have to familiarize all these schemes, we hold a lot of business meets in the small towns and all, so that people are aware, and they are able to avail our schemes. Then we also have business facilitation, business facilitator, like we have employed retired bank employees who acts as a mentor and who counsels these small entrepreneurs. And for small projects, we prepare project reports also free of cost, because when you go to a bank, you have to submit a project report, and for that you have to go to a CA. In some places CAs are not available, and even if they are available, I mean, their prices are high, these smaller entrepreneurs cannot afford. So these business facilitators, they help them out, they guide them, they also help in the preparation of project reports, which is, I mean, completely free of cost. And now when we started microfinance in 1999, the region didn't know about microfinance. So we had to really build up the capacities of these institutions. So, these were basically, MFIs, which, basically NGOs who at the time, we had given 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs loan like that. Now these, over the years we have built up, and now these institutions are able to take 10 crores, 20 crores. So they have grown. So throughout the journey, like we have, we had trained them up, we had sent them to, Andhra Pradesh for exposure visits. And when they went there and when they saw what kind of microfinance they are doing, so they came back, and, these a few institutions, they really built up, and they have also given a lot of employment to the local people. So this is what in the microfinance sector, which Netfi has done over the years. We have really, built institutions. And so we continuously, we give a training program, conduct training program free of cost to these MFI members, because running an institution, you have to have a lot of, financial and other knowledge. So that we have been giving. We also give marketing support to the self-help groups and others. We have through our CSR activities. Like we have Netfi Hearts, like in Guwahati also, where self-help groups get an exposure for displaying their products and selling their products. We have also 3 stalls in India, international mart. So we regularly sponsor people for exhibitions, and then we also train them. Like we also train people, across. We identify some activity in each state. Like we had in Sikkim, we had given them training for designer candles, because candles have a lot of demand here. Then we had given training on homemade chocolates. Then we had also we have also taken water hyacinth in the project mode, where from the water, this is basically a weed from where a lot of products can be made. And we had made yoga mats, which we had given to the government of India also. They had also purchased a lot. So like in Nagaland, we have given in piggery, then in handloom, like organic dyeing and things like that. So we identify some special training programs for each state, and we give these we do not give a normal training like weaving and all. Weaving everybody knows. So specialized training program like design application, organic dyeing, things like that. So these things we have been doing over the years, and I think a lot of women have benefited out of it, and we will continue doing this. I think, and we also have a fund called a Techno-Economic Development Fund, through which we conduct, this is the Government of India fund, through which we conduct feasibility studies. So this also we are doing. Then NETFI has started a venture capital, NETFI Venture Capital Limited, 5 years back. So through which we are, financing startups. So here also we have financed many women-led startups also. So this is one opportunity for the young, educated, youngsters who have got unique idea, and they need funds for their startups. So these are the things which we have been doing. I think I'll conclude here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you very much. You have given an excellent overview of the various activities and the assistance that your organization is providing. But can you throw a little bit of a light, more light, that what is the criteria, what is the criteria for taking the benefits or the loan from the NEFD? And the another is, you say that you have a marketing assistance facility also. What do you mean by the marketing? That people must understand that, because that happens to be the biggest problem.
Yes.
And how do we reach to the rural masses to avail this kind of an opportunity? Because when I was in Mizoram, the women are so tempted to start their own businesses, but they are not aware of what are the government schemes or the institutions schemes.
You see, to avail our loans, they have to submit a project report. But for the smaller schemes, up to 25 lakhs, we have devised the format, because, to prepare a project report for a smaller enterprise is difficult. So they have to just fill up that form. We have, branch offices everywhere in all the states we have. So they can, apply through that application form, and our officer and also the business facilitator is there who can guide how to fill up the form. So that is the way of applying for a loan. And for microfinance, like we are giving to this MFIs. So MFIs have different offices in, interior places, rural areas. So they, they give in turn, we give a bulk loan to them, and they give loans to these small borrowers. So and there the procedure is quite simple. So we have a lot of beneficiary from Mizoram also. Yes, of course, but then still how much we are doing, even then, there is always, scope for, covering more areas. And for marketing, through our CSR, we give marketing support to our, assisted SHGs or entrepreneurs, those who are, they have to contact a CSR division. So we selectively, we select, and then we send them to these places. Then also we have, like in Guwahati, we have this NETFI Haat. So they can approach us and, display their products or sell their products. We also have a craft gallery in our office where we, source products from different artisans, and keep there, and they are sold, like we purchase and then so they can and for the states they can contact our branch offices. So
thank you very much. Yeah, anyone? Thank you very much, ma'am. And of course the question answer session will be following, but meanwhile Madam Sunita Rai has joined, and I extend a very warm welcome to you, ma'am. And now it is your turn that she is from the APIDA, and they have been playing an excellent role as far as the Northeast is concerned, because I've seen them. I have been deeply associated with the organization. And for you, your information, madam, that I had been interacting with your previous CMD very regularly, and I had been the Secretary General of ASSOCHAM. So by virtue of Secretary General of ASSOCHAM, I had been closely working in all the northeastern states. But unfortunately, that I have come still to the conclusion that the awareness, particularly among the in the rural area, is little about the various schemes of the government. But thank you very much. And now I invite Madam Sunita Rai, please.
Thank you, sir, for
Thank
inviting
you.
me to this
Thank
forum.
you. Thank you.
And good afternoon to all of you who are present here. As sir has already said, we are from EPEDA, an export promotion organization. The main mandate being given to us, as you all know, is export promotion of agri and the processed food items from India. Having said so, the list of items that comes under the purview of EPEDA, if you talk about the different HS codes, that is the harmonized standard codes, it comes to more than 1,000 products. That means we have a very big responsibility in promoting the agri exports from the country. And when, particularly when we speak of the northeastern region, the focus has been much on the market linkage and the capacity building. Because capacity building is something which is lacking in many of the northeastern states, and I have been deeply associated with all the states of the northeastern states since the last 5 years. We have been doing a lot of awareness sessions among the stakeholders, be it the entrepreneurs, be it the startups, and be it the would-be exporters and exporters, along with the state government and other promotion bodies. That is one part of it. And then when we talk about market linkage, we also did something which we had not done before in 2019, before the first COVID, I should say. We had done international buyer summit, bringing the international buyers to northeastern states like Assam, Arunachal, Manipur, and Tripura. It was a very difficult task when you talk about connectivity. But then this is something which we had done, and then this is also, I should say, successful because we were able to connect some of the exporters with the international buyers so that export happens from these areas. And then in terms of, again, when we talk about the agri-horti commodities from the northeastern states, as you're all aware, we have very vast diversity of flora and fauna. And then some of the crops, if you happen to see, are very endemic to this region. And to prove that also, there are a lot of horticulture commodities and agri also, which has got a GI tag, that is a geographical indication tag. So for that, which we have taken excessive campaigning to promote such kind of GI products, such as the black rice of Manipur, the red rice of Assam, to name a few. So these are some of the products which has got wide attention in the international market also, and then there are a lot of demand, even for spices such as the king chili, and then this is also the GI of Nagaland, and then the Mizo chili, that is the bird's eye chili from Mizoram. So we have been getting a lot of queries and then a lot of demand, and then the farmers and then the entrepreneurs are able to connect with the rest of the exporters also in the country. That is one aspect. And talking about organic also, which we should not forget, because whenever we come to Northeast, we always refer Northeast as the organic hub in the country. To talk about that organic, we also have been doing a lot of capacity building training programs for the state government officials who are involved in the organic missions. That is there because this is also the mandate for promotion of the organic products from the country. That is there. And in terms of food processing, since this is a sector where a lot of focus also has been given to the women entrepreneurs, in terms of food processing, we have collaborated with institutions like the Central Food Technology Research Institute in Mysore, and then Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, which is now known as the NIFTEM. So we have collaborated with these institutes, and then we had given them hands-on training in the different states. We have brought in a team of scientists from CFTRI to states like we have completed in Assam, we have completed in Manipur, Nagaland, and Meghalaya. And then we will be covering other states also. The purpose of that is that instead of the entrepreneurs going all the way to learn from there, we bring in those scientists wherein the hands-on training is being given to these women entrepreneurs, and then we got very good response for the SC/ST tribes, especially the ST tribes from the hilly states. It is there. And to talk about a financial assistance, I think this is also very important when you talk about finance. EPEDA, we initially in the past, the subsidy, the percentage was equal for all over India, all over the states, I mean. So what was happening that the northeastern states were not able to avail such kind of subsidy because the 40% subsidy was new in the sense because there are mostly the first generation exporters and there are the startups. So then we have been, requesting the Ministry of Commerce that the scheme should be different from the rest of the states. So we are happy to say that in October 2021, we got a scheme which was little different in terms of percentage of the limit. That is 75% of the total cost, 75% of the total percent of total cost would be given to the northeastern exporters and the landlocked states and difficult areas like Jammu and Kashmir. So this is something very good. And then after this scheme was announced and then the guidelines were approved, we were able to get a lot of applications, from the exporters also. So to say that we have scheme under infrastructure development, if anybody would like to set up integrated pack house, they can set up where the percentage is 75% of the total cost and maximum ceiling limit is 2 crores. So the maximum ceiling limit remains same across the states. The only the percentage ceiling limit is 75% is very good if you have to talk about compared to 40% that is there. And then if you talk about the quality development, if you have a food processing unit and you think that you need to improve your in-house lab, you can also purchase such kind of equipments or laboratory instruments for food testing. There also you will get about 75% of the total cost, maximum up to 50 lakhs. So this detailed scheme guideline is on our website, and I think any of the food processing entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, SCST, they can avail this kind of schemes for which they can contact me because I sit in the Guwahati office, which we look after the entire northeastern states. Our office is in Beltola. You can Google the address also, and then any more further clarifications and all, you can contact me for that. With these few words, I end up my talk. Thank you for inviting me to this forum once again.
Thank you very much. I congratulate you. But I have a small query that are you limiting your benefits only to the people who you want to start the businesses for the export purposes or for otherwise also?
So that is a very good question. The purpose of our funding is for exporters. By exporter, it means that anybody who has all the basic requirement fulfilling documentations like having the importer exporter code, EPEDA registration, these are known as exporters. So it can be available by even a first time exporter that who has never exported anything. So the first time if somebody is a new entrepreneur, they do the basic documentation and they can apply. So this is open for them also.
Thank you very much. If you recall that last, I think 2 years before in the pre-corona era, we had taken 25 international people. Many of them were the buyers. We have an agreement with the memorandum of understanding with the buying association of India, and they have the buyers from all over. And a lot of people had done a lot of businesses, but after that, the corona had really, that hampered the entire exercise. With these words, I thank you very much. And now I invite Madam Lipuderi, the Deputy General Manager of NABARD. And well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to be introducing to you the NABARD. NABARD has played a very human services to all over the country, and especially they are focusing in the areas of northeastern states. So may I request her to kindly share her views? Lipi ji? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, kindly go ahead.
I would like to share my PPT, sir.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah. Desktop. Yeah. Can we have the bigger screen because the side because this side. Wait. Whether, sir, you have seen my this one? Is it visible, sir? My PPT?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lipi Deori here. I'm DGM NABARD Meghalaya RO, and along with me, Mr. Kunga is also there, AGM. Sir, here just like to straight away go to the presentation because it's a very brief deliberation. We'll straight away go to the development initiatives which NABARD is undertaking. As you are aware that NABARD, we are not directly dealing with, giving credit to the people, but instead of that, like we are giving refinance to the banks, and we are also giving loans to state government under our Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. And like NABARD was a pioneer in SHG movement way back in 1992. That was the first SHGs were formed. And after that, of course, the government of India has launched that 1999 SGSY scheme, and subsequently that NRLM scheme has come up. Now, just to give a brief introductions here in the Meghalaya, that number of like SHGs is around 36,000 have been formed so far. And it is not just the formation that matters, of course, but the credit linkage part, that is this number of SHGs who have actually availed loan stood around 3,062. And this outstanding was to the tune of rupees 46 crore. And similarly, there were some JLGs. JLGs are a different mode of finance. It differs a little from the SHGs in the sense, it is more like giving direct credit to the members. And it could be from, say from membership could be from 4 to 10 members could form a JLG. And these are basically two different products, SHGs and JLGs. And like from the NABARD side, we are giving a lot of training program for skill upgradation and sometimes for reskilling also to the SHGs and JLG members. Like we have got this micro enterprise development program, because since the whole program is basically aiming at developing entrepreneurship among women and SC/ST. So I'd like to just highlight those schemes that NABARD is having for the SHG members and especially for SC/STs. Like this MEDP program, here also like any other agencies, like we're giving training up to maximum of 15 days for SHG members, and it could be say 30 participants. And it could be both for the farm sector activities as well as for the non-farm sector activities. Similarly, suppose for other programs also, another one program also we are having on a similar line, that is called Livelihood Enterprise Development Program, or shortly LEDP. There also up to, for farm sector, up to 150 trainees we give, and for off-farm sector, 90 trainees we give, training on different aspects. It could be for bakery, it could be for pig rearing, it could be for any other purpose. Normally it is through the NGOs or the community-based organizations or the societies, registered societies, SHG federations. These are the agencies, implementing agencies, who could undertake this training program for the benefit of SHGs and JLGs. Going next, we have got under farm sector activities, like we have been promoting this under tribal development fund. We have been promoting, we have been assisting, in fact, various our ST people here throughout India, and in Meghalaya also we have got a number of projects. This is basically for horticulture crop, and maximum up to 200 farm families we have been helping them. Or it could, that assistance could range from 1 crore to 2 crores also. So here almost for 5 years we assist them. and growing up, helping them in growing up the crop, and then later on we can form the farmers producer organization also in that our TDF project. Similarly, that FPO, as you are aware, like Government of India, they have announced some promotion of 10,000 FPOs. So NABARD is also, of course, one of the implementing agencies. And then like we have been promoting this FPO in different districts of Meghalaya here. This is again could be under different crops selected by the district level and the state level, committees, where NABARD is also a member to that. So this is in one way like helping the farmers through a through a group mode, rather having an individualistic approach. Here it is in the group approach, or in a group of people, a group of producers. So here also like NABARD is promoting these FPOs. And similarly, coming to another one important schemes which is being operated, NABARD is also one of the key stakeholder, I would say. That is Agri Infrastructure Fund. This is another very important schemes announced by Government of India recently, where they have announced Prime Minister up to rupees 1 lakh crore. It will be funded through different financial institutions. This is basically for the post-harvest management. It is not for the production purpose, of course. It is basically for the post-harvest management and the community farming assets. Here, interest subvention up to 3%, 3% of interest subvention up to loan of rupees 2 crore for 7 years is extended. And there is also a credit guarantee system is there, up to rupees 2 crore, credit guarantee will be available. So any financial bank who is extending loan for post-harvest management to farmers or community farming assets are eligible to be covered under Agri Infrastructure Fund, and they can claim interest subvention up to 3%. And there is a credit guarantee also here. And similarly for then NABARD is also coming to the GSS, that is government sponsored schemes. NABARD have been implementing government sponsored schemes like National Livestock Mission, then ACABC in short, that is Agri Clinic and Agri Business Center. So basically it is for the agriculture graduates or anyone doing veterinary sciences, like those graduates, unemployed youth, they can always have an agri, and they can have, open an agri clinic. And then of course for agri business centers also, subsidies routed through NABARD. So in northeastern states up to 33%, 33.33% to be exact. That is 1/3 of the project cost is supported under this ACABC scheme. Okay, coming to the off-farm sector, there are many schemes, in fact, run by NABARD. That is basically for the promotion of OFPO, that is off-farm producer organizations. Just like the farm sector, we are promoting off-farm sector producer organizations also. That will be major OFPO having 200 to 500 members. It could be mega OFPO also, that is having more than 500 numbers. Like in Meghalaya, in Ribhoi district, we have been supporting from the broomstick, for the broomstick production as well as marketing. So this is recently we have sanctioned it. Similarly for skill development, since the skill is one of the very important factor for any successful business enterprise, so you have been insisting more on the skill development. So here also maximum up to 6 months, we are giving training to the rural youths. So it could be on various activities. It could be on traditional activities or non-traditional activities also. We have been giving for construction activities, then textile, driving, or brick, and anything. So electrical operation, for all these purposes, this program is given, training program is given. Similarly for Rural Mart, like Rural Mart is for setting up their business, what you call the shops. We are not helping them in construction, but of course we are helping them in supporting in, giving salary to the salesperson, then giving rent and other miscellaneous cost also. So this is up to maximum of 5 lakhs we are giving assistance. And then we are also that mobile van also we are supporting up to 5 lakhs to the rural marts. Then rural hut, similarly hut kind of thing, where in village areas, that's rural huts, we are helping our NGOs and other community-based organization, our farmers to sell their product. Here we 90% of the project cost, maximum up to rupees 15 lakh we are supporting them. So in hilly terrain, 150 square meter, they can have this rural mart. Then coming to the Stand Up India scheme, this is an old scheme, but of course, this is basically since the theme is for SC/ST and women entrepreneurs. So Stand Up India scheme is another very important scheme where actually the SC/ST or women entrepreneur can avail loan from rupees 10 lakh up to rupees 1 crore. Then similarly, the stall in malls, that is another very important schemes of NABARD. Like we have been helping our artisans in the selling their product through exhibition participation. And this is one of the latest assistance we have been introduced by NABARD. That is, they can have their stalls in malls as well, so that they can cater to the needs of the urban, population also. So these are basically some of the off-farm activities of NABARD. Then coming to the last slide, that is a financial inclusion. Since that this one was financial inclusion also theme. So here we are supporting through mobile ATM vans. We have been supporting the bank. Then for doorstep banking also, we are providing micro ATM through the BCs. Then we have got the kiosk outlet also. So these are different initiatives undertaken by NABARD. This is basically, of course, this is an help to the banks for having their digital payment, and so that our people get benefited at in Meghalaya, especially like northeastern states. It's very poor in the digital payment. So definitely this mobile ATM van or CKYC or a kiosk outlet, MPOS or other micro ATM would definitely go a long way in developing, helping them transferring it to the digital payment. So this is all from NABARD side. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I'm sure that a lot of people must be having the questions, but a little later we will be requesting them. We will be giving them the opportunity a little later. Now I come to Mr. Bimal Devroy, the MSME consultant of NESFB, and may I request him to kindly share his views. Mr. Devroy.
Am I audible?
Yeah, very much.
So, respected Chairman Dr. Rawat and other dignitaries in a webinar. So, I am representing Northeast Small Finance Bank. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. I am B. Devroy. I am MSME head of Northeast Small Finance Bank. Before joining Northeast, I was in State Bank of India and I was the regional manager of Shillong. So in Shillong, I know the requirement of the people of Shillong and business potentiality and ease of doing business by the people of Meghalaya. So I was there for more than 3 years and a lot of finances I have done. And let me tell you one thing, that first startup Stand Up India was given by me in Shillong to one Monmohini Marak of Mendipathar in Garo Hills. It is doing very well. This is a success story. This is under MSME. So after that, I joined our Northeast Small Finance Bank. This bank was established in the year 2017, a head office in Guwahati. So we have got 10 branches in Meghalaya. So today's topic is entrepreneurship, skill development and technology as an enabler to the growth of especially SC and ST and women entrepreneurs. So Meghalaya is basically a scheduled 6 states. So where the people's basically we are dealing with the scheduled tribe people. So ST peoples and whatever business they are doing, or mostly they are doing by the ST people. So their requirement. But one thing in Meghalaya, that is after the ban, government ban on limestone and coal, the other business related to this industry has come to a standstill, like financing of big vehicles, financing of equipments, and this thing. So they have diversified their business in many folds. So as a Northeast Small Finance Bank, we have done so many seminars in Meghalaya, particularly in Shillong. So, and we have given our schemes. What are the schemes we have? So basically we have 6 or 7 schemes in our right now, because it is a new bank. So apart from the government scheme like Mudra and Stand Up India, we have micro business loan. We have MFI loan to the MFI loan, micro finance loan to the MFI organization. Then we have cash credit loan for the training unit. We have SSI loan for the tailoring, weaving and other small industries. And we have a separate scheme called beauty parlor loan in our bank. So there is a demand for this loan, and we are doing. So we have got 10 branches in Meghalaya, I told you, and people, and we have this banks are managed by branch head and one loan manager. And our loans are big loans. Big loans means beyond 5 lakhs. These are centrally processed at our head office. We have a credit team in head office, and these are sanctioned within a period of 7 days. So this is all about our schemes. So, sir, as a MSME consultant, in one thing I like to share with you, the peoples, although they are doing business in Meghalaya, they don't have idea about the schemes. They don't have ideas about the schemes, and they don't have the and what are the facilities available by from the government of India. These are no. So these things we have discussed in the meeting, like to support from the government, to support the SC and ST and women entrepreneur. Government of India, Department of Ministry, MSME has introduced the National SC/ST Hub. This was not known to them. Because we have elaborated the set up a provide to professional and support to the SC/ST entrepreneur to fulfill their obligation under central government procurement policy. The special marketing assistance also done by the scheme, that is organizing visit to international exhibition trade fair. In Meghalaya, I have seen there are some industries, small industries, they are doing very well, but they don't have the marketing abilities. They do not get the market. So I suggest this team, we should organize some session among the entrepreneurs, like organizing visit to international exhibition trade fair, organizing visit to domestic exhibition trade fair, vendor development program, organizing workshop, seminar and awareness campaign, reimbursement of loan processing fees by the National SC/ST Hub. These things we should elaborately discuss among the entrepreneurs. So I suggest this forum, August forum, to please conduct some seminar among the coming up the young generation, so that they can attend and they can able to understand what are the facilities available by given by the government of India. And then to avail the facility, SC/ST, MSC having Uddog Aadhaar. Most of the businessmen industry, they don't have Uddog Aadhaar number. They think only they have got the PAN number. So to inculcate the habit of doing this thing, we should tell them where from this thing can be obtained. So like this, we have discussed many things among the entrepreneur, and also we in the coming days we request the MSME forum to organize this type of seminar. We can also extend our helping hand during this seminar. With these few words, sir, I want to conclude. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. And I think you have given an excellent the knowledge about the uh, situation, particularly in Meghalaya. But that kind of unawareness is throughout the northeastern state, and particularly, that yeah, I'm sure that are you the consultant only for the Meghalaya, or the
No,
north?
I am for the entire bank, sir. I am for the entire Northeast. Yeah.
North. Okay, okay. Then surely we'll be getting in touch with you. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that Mr. Sandeep Doshi, the CEO and the co-founder of the Billmart the fintech, would like to give a little bit of a presentation how the people can be benefiting, because in the northeastern, not only in the northeastern state but all over the country, the small and micro small units are facing their two very important problem. One is the technology gap, and the another is the timely availability of the finances. And may I request Mr. Doshi to give his presentation? Mr. Doshi?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me just share my screen first. Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I thank all of the dignitaries who have been speaking and sharing insights on what are the benefits available for MSMEs and entrepreneurs, mainly for women and youth, for the state of Meghalaya, especially NABARD and the small this bank, NETFI, EPIDA, people are doing excellent work to support that. Allow me to introduce Billmart, which is a next generation fintech platform. It's completely made in India. And as you can see in this image, we are here to bridge the existing gap between entrepreneurs and financiers. There are many financiers looking for opportunity to deploy their fund for good returns, but they're not able to reach to the genuine people. So we are here to bridge that gap. So what is this Billmart? Billmart is a digital ecosystem platform for bill discounting and add-on services. Our platform is actually supported by machine and human intelligence backed data insights, and one of its kinds of technology that we have used for seamless, cost efficient and end-to-end digital transactions. What is bill discounting? So bill discounting is the business in which business discounts the unpaid bills, which is generally major chunk of our working capital. So unpaid bills to the financer at a discount rate to get short-term financial assistance and maintain its working capital efficiency. I'll come at a later stage. What is this bill discounting and how we help? Let me just tell you about the MSME synopsis for India. And this synopsis, by seeing that, it proves that why MSME is a backbone of Indian economy. MSME contributes to the 30%, more than 30% to the GDP of India, which is approximately $1 trillion in terms of it, talk about the in terms of volume. And almost more than around 50% of import and export business is being done by MSME sector. So we can say that how large this is. And when we breach the credit gap, which is estimated credit gap is 1.4 trillion. So when we able to breach that gap, what MSMEs are looking for, we can easily achieve a target of reaching 5 trillion economy. For the growth and support to MSME, Billmart is committed and always ready to serve. We have launched MSME Gain, which is a intelligence network. Vision of touching 1 crore businesses across India with 100 crores of hours of knowledge upgrade by 2024. This is our mission. Under MSME Gain, you will get continuous update regarding related news to your businesses, schemes, rules, regulation with respect to of your area, state. Not just that, we are bringing subject matter experts for the periodic focus training, which is you required for development growth of your business. You will find knowledge repository with curated articles, videos related to finance, related to technology, and the state specific news also. With Gain, MSME Gain, you can increase your network with like-minded people and interact them for growth of your business. So I would request all of you to visit our website, billmart.com, and you can register for this MSME Gain to start getting all this important announcement, news articles, and stay updated. Currently, the biggest problem in the market is an imbalance in the finance market. What I mean by imbalance is existing players, including banks and bill discounting platforms, are not able to process even a fraction of total bills MSMEs and SMEs are generating and spending for the unpaid bills. So there are financiers sitting on idle money and ready to deploy at as low as 5 to 8% per annum. And on the other side, there are genuine business which are in need of fund and ready to pay 15 to 18% as an interest. So we are here to balance that. And with Billmart, businesses means you people will be the king. Power to decide the interest cost lies with the businesses. Majority of working capital is blocked in unpaid bills. Billmart can help you to unlock your working capital by getting access to the finance facility from across India, not just within the state, but across India, people can be connected with you and get the fund instantly on your unpaid bills. In case you are a channel partner, you are a dealer, then you can obtain channel finance also against your purchases. So it's not just when you sell, but when you buy, purchase also, you can get it financed. through BillMart. Here, BillMart is 100%. Here at a BillMart, we have 100% digital process. It's a paperless KYC. You can onboard your entity, your business in a few minutes. I'm not talking about days. It's a few minutes you can onboard your entities. BillMart, with its advanced technology and integrated platform, captures all the required details which are required by the banks or financial institutions who are financiers who are ready to provide the finance. We verify it. We just not verify it ourselves. We get it verified through a CAs who are when they are certifying this. So the financier will have a really good uh, so as really financier can see at that, and it's authenticated data they will be able to see. So there are a couple of people who have mentioned that for taking the CA certification and project report, it takes little more time. Here at a BillMart platform, that is easily it can be done. Another important aspects of this, there is no collateral required. So this bill discounting, you can avail the facility, short-term finance facility without any collaterals, just against or on your unpaid bills, and that also at a most competitive rate. So you can reduce your cost of working capital, and we offer all these services to MSMEs at no cost. No cost. I will again repeat, there is no registration fees, there is no transaction fees also for MSMEs registering us before this March 2022. So I would request all MSMEs who require this, and I would request our other panelist member also, they can also tell their members to come and register over here. So our technology, what is the solution? The BillMart way, why we say the technology plays a crucial role in addressing imbalance of our system as in getting reliable data. So we are here to get the timely and reliable data, and within the no time, I would say. And those data will be accurate and which is can be readily used by the finances to give finance. We have user-friendly platform. It's like simple platform, just like you order some food on your any food app or something like that. It is similar to that. You just upload the bill and get the finance in no time. It's a highly secure platform where all the privacy, everything is kept properly. There's a confidentiality. Your data is shared only with the person that who is giving the finance. There's a blockchain, smart contract, fraud prevention, credit insight. Everything is part of our technology platform, and minimal cost. That is the main benefit of the platform is minimal cost, because the finances and the businesses, they need not to spend on anything extra, because we provide all the data insights. We provide credit ratings also with a very minimum cost, and that will be really useful to get other finances also, not just bill discounting. And CA certified data also will be part of this. So when you register, complete your register, you will get that CA certified data also. So I'll just brief you about what is a bill discounting at a BillMart, how it is being done. So businesses needs to, be it buyer or a seller, they need to upload their unpaid bills, scan copy of it with the required details, whatever, like if it's e-way bill or it's e-invoice, you can upload that. The counterparty will approve that. So it's like seller is uploading, the buyer will approve the bill, say accept, yes, I accept this bill, this is my bill, and I'll be paying that end of this due date. After that, financiers will bid against that. They will provide multiple financiers will be bidding against one particular bill. So businesses will get, entrepreneurs will get the best bid. Once they accept the bid, the immediate next day, the fund credited will be credited in the preferred bank account of the entrepreneurs. And on the settlement on maturity, the buyer who has accepted the bill needs to pay to the through BillMart platform, and the financer will get their money. So they are all, it's like win-win situation for all with this model. Just if I want to explain you that how this really works for the benefit of all the participants, audience. So like example, it's a 1 crore bill that is uploaded for, like it's a 60 days bill, due date is 60 days. So I can define what is the maximum interest that we want to get. So it's like 12% that, for example, it is defined. Once bill is accepted, and so that is also buyer say, okay, I'll pay 1 crore rupees at end of this 60 days. After bidding, like the best bid is at 8%, seller which is accepting it, because the money is getting paid on the next day, so only for 59 days interest will be levied, and that will be deducted, and the net amount will be transferred to the seller account. So this is very simple process. I would like to invite all other dignitaries of the NABARD, CP, the EPIDA, all to collaborate to enter into MOU with us. This is a completely non-commercial uh, non-commercial MOU that will be entered in. And the benefit, we will allow our all the advertisement on a Billmart platform. We'll be doing many events, virtual, physical events with association. We'll contact you to come on those channels, those webinars and seminars. There'll be ease of business. For that, we will help through our platform and easy finance. All the members of yours will get easy finance. Some of the benefits, if I want to mention, for the members of this association, member of these bodies, so their members will be able to stay updated without any cost. Knowledge session, continuous knowledge sessions will be frequent. Knowledge sessions will be conducting, and more business opportunities, networking and events. They can get benefit out of that. And as a member, we will our association members, we will waive all the charges that we are levying for the Billmart. For other members, there will be no charges till 31st March 2023 that we are offering, and they will get competitive rates obviously, and the discount on services of other members, our other partners, our other associations. Whatever the benefits that they're passing on, we will be passing on to our other members, other channel partners also. So this is the main thing that I would like to tell. And we are, if I tell you that who are the board members, so Mr. T.S. Rawat, Mr. S. Ravi, people are there with us for more corporate case. That's it that I want to tell you. And Wilmart can be contacted 24 by 7 on the given coordinates, and any of your query will be addressed within a 24 hours, and we are happy here to only to serve you. And our contact details also mentioned on YouTube. Take note from there also. And open to questions, sir.
Mr. Doshi, thank you very much. I'm sure people must be having, but I have a small question to you, or rather a clarification to seek that are you charging the MSMEs for registering in the MSME gain? Number one. Number two, how do they register themselves? Number three, do you have a minimum or a maximum credit limit, and is a time bound decision is conveyed, or it takes weeks and weeks and weeks?
Okay, sir. Thank you. And the very important questions that sir you have asked. So there is a no charges for registering on a MSME gain. I would say there is a no charges for coming on the platform, registering the platform, for bill discounting also, and there are no charges for any transactions also that up to 2023 for that we are not doing any. We are not taking any charges from the MSMEs. The second question, the query that you have, what was the second, sir? Sorry.
Is it a time bound
Yes.
decision? Yeah.
So yes, sir. It's a time bound. Means like one bill is uploaded, we are giving 1 day window to financiers to bid, and they can accept, and time boundly the payment will be disbursed in a 24 hours once the bid is accepted. And it's a completely digitized. So registration also, sir, it is happening in a few minutes. Any MSME can come forward and register themselves on the platform as a business, and that can be done in a few minutes. In case we require more data or something, that we do it internally through our processes, through our integration with our technology, other partners, and we get all the data which required by the financiers to finance. From a limit point of view, if the lower side or higher side limit, so there are no limit as such defined, or we are not restricting on a higher number of a bill also. So this all depend on the business credibility, creditworthiness of the business and the financials of a business. For the risk management purpose, that would be there, but that our system on a AI base that we are working, and will provide the best possible available information to the financer, and they can do their due diligence and provide the finance on the bills, unpaid bills. And not just that, for a credit rating, we are getting credit rating done at a very subsidized rate. If I would say it's a 1/10 of the rate that will be there in compared to the market. So if any business wants to do credit rating, they can come forward, register for us, and it's like in 1/10 of the cost, our partner, exclusive partner, will do the credit rating. And that credit rating is not just for the bill mart, but they can actually use that credit rating for other financing options they want to avail from other sources that can be used.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
one more point, sir, that I would like to tell. We are here offering credit insurance also, trade credit insurance also. So the finances will have a more comfort and they can actually do that financing without worrying about the risk.
Mr.
Thank you
Doshi,
very much. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes.
I was coming to you only. Yeah.
Mr. Doshi, do you have your office in Guwahati?
We have not office at Guwahati yet, but we'll be having a channel partners there, and we can otherwise meet directly and collaborate with you also and do that.
You
Right
can
now,
also
no
come.
office in Guwahati as such. Physical.
You can open a office in Guwahati because it's a hub of Northeast.
Sure, sure, sir. We are ready to do that. I'll definitely get in touch with you.
Yes, sir.
Understand your requirement also, and would
Yeah.
like to associate with you as a financer. Also, you can come on a board.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other question to Mr. Doshi from NABARD or anyone? Okay, then little later.
NABARD is actually mentioned door-to-door banking. So for that also, we are ready to help. We can help through use of technology.
So how can you help the NABARD, because they have been extensively working all over the country and especially in the Northeast.
Our platform is completely digital. So where it's a door-to-door banking, so it's like we can actually tie up with our channel partner, and our channel partner actually provides that financing as a financial assistance to them, and whatever the banking needs that they are suggesting, I'll talk with in a detail with NABARD officials, understand how, and then we'll help you. We can reduce their cost also in providing this finance.
Great. Then you must help the Uttarakhand people also, because I'll organize your meeting with them, NABARD people in Uttarakhand. Thank you very much. And well, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Jaba Chakrabarti from SIDBI, she's the manager there. And I'm really very happy that SIDBI has been greatly instrumental in advising MSME Export Promotion Council to be having these kind of sessions. We have been having physical seminars, conferences all over the Northeast in the past, but due to this corona, then we have now been passing on the information and benefits through digital platform. May I request Madam Chakrabarti to you to kindly share your views.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Respected Chairman Sir of
Thank you very
MSME
much.
EPC, other distinguished guests, the MSME team, the participants. First, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting SIDBI to speak a few words in this platform. I'm Jaba Chakravarti, Manager SIDBI, and as per our under the Swabalamban mission, SIDBI's objective is to instill in the youths of the country the spirit of entrepreneurship. Sir, before I start my speaking a few words on MSME, I would like to request you, with your permission, sir, I would like to go only on audio because there is network issue.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you, sir. The MSME Act, as you all know, has been launched by the Government of India to support the MSME through various schemes, subsidies, and incentives. This MSME has been means the classification of MSMEs have been changed with effect from July 1st, 20. Now there are two criteria based on which we decide whether the unit falls under micro, small or medium enterprises. The criteria are investment in plant and machinery or equipment and annual turnover. For a unit to be classified under micro, the investment in plant and machinery or equipment should be up to 1 crore and annual turnover up to 5 crores. In case of small units, investment in plant and machinery or equipment not more than 10 crores and annual turnover not more than 50 crores. With regards to medium enterprises, investment in plant and machinery or equipment is not more than 50 crores and annual turnover not more than 250 crores. So it is basically, we see that the annual turnover is 5 times the investment to decide the which category the unit falls in. Now, if you all know, any company that comes under the category of MSME needs to ensure they are registered under the MSME category. Aadhaar card is compulsory in the registration of MSME. In case you do not have one, an application for Aadhaar card can be filled online. Now, the question might be that why MSME registration? The MSME, if you register, then you would be eligible to avail quite a few tax benefits, local schemes and subsidies and other advantages. A registered MSME with SMERA rating will get loans from banks without much hassles. These are just few to name. Now, how you can get yourself registered? It is absolutely hassle-free and has been made simple and online. You have to register on self-declaration basis. No documents as such is required. After you register, the Udyam registration certificate is issued immediately on completion of registration process. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, very much.
Sir,
Yeah, good.
the particulars which you would have to keep handy while registering are your Aadhaar number, then your PAN number, then the bank account number and IFSC code, NIC 2-digit code, copies of sales bills and purchase bills, and your MOA and AOA, and how much investment you have made, and all these particulars which you have to keep it handy. Now, there are many schemes of SIDBI for the MSMEs. And as you all know, SIDBI has been contributing to the MSME sector by way of hard intervention as well as soft intervention. By hard intervention, we mean infrastructure development, and soft skill development and skill upgradation. Other than financing, our focus is on promotion and developmental activities. So like, I will not go into details about those, but I will be focusing specifically on Stand Up India scheme and animal husbandry. So under this, this is Stand Up India scheme is an initiative towards Atma Nirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. So under this scheme, as Madam has already mentioned earlier, that it facilitates composite bank loans between 10 lakhs and 1 crore. Now, who can benefit from this scheme are the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and women borrower. This scheme has been launched for setting up of greenfield enterprise in manufacturing, services, or the trading sector. Now, greenfield enterprise means first-time venture. Loans are available at all commercial banks, so you can approach your nearest branch or you can apply in the portal. Now, what is the portal? You can apply in the portal udyamimitra.in. Do I repeat? The portal is www.udyamimitra.in. Now, this scheme will benefit a lot. Now, in the recent budgetary announcement, the government has extended the scheme up to 2025. The extent of margin money to be brought by the promoter has been reduced from 25% to 15% of the project cost. However, the borrower will have to contribute at least 10% of the project cost as his contribution. The remaining 5% can be by way of central or state subsidy schemes. Now, what are the activities which have been included in this Stand Up India scheme? Loans for enterprises and activities allied to agriculture. For example, pisciculture, beekeeping, poultry rearing, poultry livestock grading, sorting, aggregation, agro-industries, dairy, fishery, agri-clinic, and agribusiness centers, food and agro-processing and services supporting these. But crop loans, land development, such as canals, irrigation wells, are not included in this scheme. This is, in short, I have to speak about the Stand Up India scheme. The most important thing is that you can avail this scheme and benefit from it, and you have to approach the commercial banks for it, either by going yourself physically or you can do it online. Now, I would be speaking on the animal husbandry scheme. See, under the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund scheme, SIDBI has developed a portal. The portal is ahidf.udyamimitra.in. So this is a customized IT-enabled digital platform which has been developed, and it is being maintained by SIDBI in consultation with the Ministry of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. So this under this scheme, the main objective of the scheme is to help increase milk and meat processing capacity and product diversification, to address problems related to malnutrition, to develop entrepreneurship and generate employment, to promote exports and increase the export contribution in meat and dairy sector, to make available equally concentrated animal feed. So who are eligible for support? The farmer producer organization, private companies, individual entrepreneurs, Section 8 companies. The activities which are covered include dairy processing, value-added dairy product manufacturing, for example, ice cream, cheese, all these things, meat processing and value addition of facilities, for example, sausage, nuggets, establishment of animal feed manufacturing and strengthening of existing units or plant. So these are the activities which can be, some of the activities which can be covered under this scheme. The quantum of loan would be 90% of the estimated or actual project cost, and you have to avail it from scheduled bank. The contribution of the promoter is 10% for micro and small units, and up to 15% for medium enterprises, and 25% for other categories. The benefits from these schemes like you will get interest subvention of 3% for all eligible entities. For this, however, approval from the Department of Animal Husbandry would be required. The repayment period is 8 years, inclusive of moratorium of 2 years on principal amount. Now, how do you submit this application? The eligible entity to submit this means they will have to prepare a DPR, and they have to submit it through the Udyami Mitra portal developed by SIDBI. The scheduled bank, after due appraisal and sanction of the project, will forward this application to the Department of Animal Husbandry for approval of interest subvention through online mechanism. Now, this is about this animal husbandry. In short, all details are available in the portal which I have given you. For clarification or anything, everything is available there. Now, the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, is implementing the scheme of National Livestock Mission also, bringing the organized rural poultry farming sector into the organized sector. Here also the same, means those people, individual entrepreneurs, farmers, producers organization, Section 8 companies and all are eligible to avail under this. I won't be speaking much on this National Livestock Mission, other than the fact that this would help in the entrepreneurship development in the state and increased production of meat, goat, milk, egg, wool, fodder, and all those things. So with this, I would like to request the participants, that you must come forth and try to be an employer and generate employment. This way, with this, I would like to end my this topic. And in case you have any questions, you may please ask. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think most of the schemes that you have narrated or explained are confined to the rural area. And you said that the stand-up scheme is restricted to the SC, ST, and women only. So, is there any scheme of SIDBI for the startups? Number one. Number two, that what are the measures or the steps that you are taking that adequate awareness is created, particularly in the rural areas, about their schemes of regarding animal husbandry or other smaller projects?
Sir, regarding animal husbandry, actually, this is a very recent development. So we have got this. Our main role is in the sense like we have created the platform and we will be releasing the subsidy. That is our role. Where financing part is concerned, it is the commercial banks who will be financing it. It is available in this website of us and in the portal which I have shared. So all the details are available there. But this is spoken in every forum wherever we get the opportunity. In rural areas, we always try to give them knowledge about this particular scheme. And people have been approaching us. So as and when they approach, we definitely clear them about this. And regarding other schemes of SIDBI, we have been contributing to particularly the Stand Up India is for the Northeast actually, and other schemes in the Northeast, we have got only specific schemes for the village level entrepreneurs.
Do you have a scheme for the startups also?
Oh, yeah, startup we are not doing directly, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
It's not doing directly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank each one of you. And now the floor is open for the questions from the delegates or from anyone whosoever wants to make a observation. Any question from the floor? Yeah. If there are not, then I'll request Mrs. Anju Meher, the Additional Director MSME, to propose a vote of thanks to our speakers.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm extremely delighted and feel privileged in proposing a vote of thanks to our learned guest speakers. I congratulate to each one of them for their outstanding contribution. I also thank all the participants, and I'm sure they must have enriched their business acumen. We in MSME Export Promotion Council shall continue our effort in passing on the latest development to you all. We always need your support in our endeavors to encourage the MSME sector. Please feel free to write to us. Today's proceeding shall be available on website and YouTube who have given live coverage. I thank all the supporters and delegates. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, each one of you. And we'll be uploading the proceeding for the benefit of everybody, and we will be extensively circulating through various associations, through to their members. And I'll once again I would convey the apology that our chief guest, Mr. Hack, had conveyed to us. He is unwell, and he see that Mr. Rawat, then the next program should be in Meghalaya with regard to the focusing on the rural areas and the application of the technology for benefit of the poor. Thank you very much, and look forward your support and advice from time to time. How do we really help the MSME sector? Because it is good to see that MSME sector is a backbone for the economy, but it's a reality that during the last few years, the lot of MSMEs, to the people say that there is a study that nearly around 30% of the MSMEs have shut down their shutter. And startups, it's a very, very difficult time unless the all concerned agencies come forward and support them. It will be very difficult to survive in this competitive era. And I'm sure that is equal concern. Everybody is equally concerned about these things, and look forward your support to the MSME Export Promotion Council, and we assure you that we will continue our effort in this regard. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.